We are back at Universal Studios Hollywood in the daytime. Finally, it's been a little over a week since the last time we visited the park in the daytime. And I have to say, the weather is quite remarkable. It's so beautiful today. We're here to check out some updates. We're here to take a look at Stranger Things with the lights on. So let's get rolling. Right, we are now heading down to the lower lot, but I'm joined with some very special guests. We have Becky and Eli.
No press.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
We're here with Becky and Eli.
What's up, fam? Oh man, we are excited. I mean, to go see this maze, personally one of my favorites, with lights on.
That's gonna be dope.
I'm a big fan of the animatronics. Universal has done it big with the animatronics this year. I'm excited. I'm almost excited as seeing JP. So there we go. That's
I'm just excited to see all the little Easter eggs. It's really tough to see it in that haunted house. It's pretty dark in there. So
I think as both horror fans, we want to just spend time in each area because we love and appreciate what the builders do. You being yourself someone who's built haunts and created the whole entire storyline, you take appreciation to it more. You being a previous scare actor yourself, actress, you appreciate the craft of everything that goes into, especially the trigger points, the transition points where they jump in from one room to the next, and you're like, well, where are they coming in? Where's the pacing allowing it? So I'm excited for it all. I want to see the odds and ends.
So just made it down to the lower lot, but this is the line for for Stranger Things. This line is insane.
It's insane. And we've only waited like 5 minutes.
Okay. Is it moving quick?
Yeah, I think pretty quick. We were like right in front of Shops Ahoy.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, so it took about like 5 minutes to reach the physical queue, and it's in the Transformers extended queue. It's made it through, and we waited about like 30 minutes, which wasn't bad at all. So we're right outside the facade. They mentioned that there is no filming or video inside of the haunted house itself, but this is so cool. They have all the lights on. They have the facade audio running. I really like how they have grass, and it doesn't look like a trailer, does it? It does?
Yeah.
It's too lifted though. Yeah, that's why.
I think it's like missing tires. They should put like tires or something here.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't really see it in the dark. Like I didn't notice.
No.
But in the but in the daytime, or in the lights, it's completely different than what I expected. But it looks amazing. They did a really good job capturing this. I thought that was really cool that we got to go through the Stranger Things with the lights on. Notice a bunch of things you can't really notice in the nighttime during the official run. Like for example, the Krill house. I thought that was a full-on haunted house facade. It was just a graphic. It was just a printout, and that just blew my mind seeing that. I'm like, wait, what? And that's kind of proof that less is more. They didn't put that much effort into the facade. It might be because of budget or some other reason, but at least we had a Krill house, and I'm surprised that it was a printout. It didn't look like a printout during the actual runs. Aside from that, there was a lot of like little details and Easter eggs throughout the haunted house, pointing back to the actual cast, pointing back to the actual show, and I really appreciated that. I'm a big nut for like detail and stuff, and just looking at what they used, how they put in detail into the haunted house, it's just awesome. It would have been cool if they added like a scare actor or two in there, like talking about how they do makeup or something. That'd be really cool. But aside from that, this is something they really didn't have to do, but they did it for pass holders. In 2018, when they had the first iteration of the Stranger Things haunted house, they did it for everyone. It was for the most part, I saw it posted at like an hour or more wait. And I think this was organized a little better. You have to reserve in advance, and I'm sure that the reservations are all closed up now. I'm sure they're all booked. But thank you so much, Universal, for doing something for your pass holders like this. I really hope to see more like this in the future. Obviously, filming and taking photos were forbidden inside of the haunted house itself. At least we did take pictures and stuff in front of the haunted house. I got a few photos with a few of my friends, and I thought that was cool. But of course, I want to respect those rules and boundaries. And now we're basically done for the day. We can go take a look at some updates. I'm walking through Super Nintendo World just to see on how busy it is right now. Obviously, today is not a peak day. Peak season is over for the most part. And Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is posted at a 30-minute wait. So I'm going to try to see if the single rider queue is open here. Oh, that's awesome. Single rider is open for once. I feel like it's been closed forever. Like, I've had a hard time getting on this ride just because single rider has been closed. And this ride reaches wait times up to like 180 minutes. It gets intense. But today being a non-peak day, the ride's posted at a 30-minute wait, which is amazing in itself. And single rider is open, so that's just a plus right there. I wonder if in the near future we'll be able to use our Platinum Pass Express to get through Express on the Mario Kart ride. That would definitely come in handy. But look at single rider right now. There's hardly anyone here. And take a look at the land from this perspective. There's barely anyone inside of the land. This is awesome. I mean, coming on a weekday in non-peak season is probably the most ideal time to visit Super Nintendo World. Short wait times for all the mini games, which is awesome. That's something we don't really get to see too often. And not too many crowds. I feel like I've never really recorded the queue for single rider. Oh, the air conditioning. The air conditioning is top tier in here. Holy smokes. I love it. And this is my little holding area until a team member comes to assist me. But there's no one in line for single rider, and they're actually able to run the pre-show without causing delays to operations. Look how awesome this is. I get to go straight to the front. And we made it on board, but this time with a friend.
Oh yeah.
We're here with Jake Land, JS Land. Check him out on YouTube. How did you do, Jake?
I did terrible.
Terrible.
152.
Oh, I did 190. It's kind of hard when there's 4 people in one cart.
I know, it's much better when it's like everyone else doesn't know what they're doing, and because then you can knock people out.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Every like third hit, you get the extra point.
Exactly. But when there's 4 people, when you have a full cart and they actually know what they're doing, it's kind of tough to get a high score.
It makes things so much harder.
My highest score isn't too high. I think it's like 220.
Yeah, mine's around there too. I know people that have gotten. Well, we know Antoine. Or
Yeah, Antoine has
he's
done
gotten-
270.
How that's humanly possible. He must have been secretly working on the
Yeah.
game. We just don't
Oh my
know.
gosh. Get your wrist or headbands while they're still in stock. They just restocked the Yoshi and the 2 mushroom headbands, so you can get them at Toadstool. I mean, not Toadstool, One Up Factory. I'm all over the place today. So I'm getting on Mario Kart for my second time, but I just couldn't help but notice this small piece of theming that is almost seamless. This is where they have their fire extinguisher. Obviously, they have to have this in every establishment, but look how well they set it up. That's amazing. They did such a good job, and I didn't notice that until now. I stopped at this little cart, and I thought I would show what they have here. They don't offer... Wait, yeah. I saw pretzel. I'm like, wait, what? Why would you get a salted churro? They don't offer the Fruity Pebble churro anymore. And I'm so bummed out about that. It was so good. But take a look at the prices for some of the drinks here. $5 for a soda, $4.50 for a water, or $6.50 for a water. I have received a lot of questions about if Universal's ADA compliant, how they deal with attractions and stuff. Universal is completely ADA compliant in both the haunted houses and attractions. And they also have alternate transport. So instead of you taking the escalators down, there is a vehicle that could transport you if you're in a wheelchair or it's just difficult to stand for extended periods of time. It feels really weird to just walk around and not see Horror Nights characters. I mean, we do have Bride over there, and she's kind of a part of... We're always running into people here. I guess she is a part of the event, but hello, Crystal and Chris.
You have to say hi to my friend.
Okay.
She's the best.
Yeah.
She's the best. How's it going?
Good. How's your
We just got
day? I was gonna say night. I'm so used to
You got friends behind you.
friend. Oh. They're not friends. Okay, it's been so difficult to walk around without running into someone today, but I have to say, it feels good to walk through Universal without any scare actors chasing you and trying to scare you. But I've also noticed it's been a whole week since we've done an actual update inside of the theme park. So we're gonna go take a look at some of the updates now. The sun is horrible, that's for sure. Could see they're already getting ready for Christmas. They already set up Christmas lights. It's kind of hard to notice. I pay attention to the little things, so that's why I would notice. But we're gonna take a look at the current progress, current state of the Fast and Furious roller coaster here. Holy smokes. I mean, they haven't done too much since the last time we were here, but it does look like they knocked down almost all of the trees now. Like, I don't see and there's only a few trees here and there, but for the most part, all the major and larger trees are gone. And they're starting to flatten out this mountain, it seems like. We'll get a different perspective from the Starway, but this is amazing. I mean, they're working really fast. I can't wait till we see some vertical work. It looks like grass grows so fast. They just tore down these trees, ripped out all the shrubbery, and grass is already growing on the side of this mountain. You can see that down there and up here. But they are working so darn hard on this. And I wonder how far back this coaster extends. I mean, it looks like it might end right there by the fire station, but it does also look like they are cutting down more trees down there, so anything is possible at this point. I'm just genuinely grateful that we're receiving another roller coaster. I know it's very difficult to do here at this theme park, hence why we're getting it on the side of a mountain. But yeah, it's pretty difficult to put a roller coaster on the side of the on the side of a mountain. That's something you don't usually see. They're also hard at work with that Universal campus down there. That's something we probably won't be able to experience as guests, or we probably won't be able to see the inside of it like ever, unless we have a crazy opportunity to check out what's being established. But for the most part, they're almost done with the exterior for this part of the campus. It looks like they're starting to work on the exterior now for that side as well. And it almost looks like they're putting a parking structure down here as well. Obviously, this won't be for the general public, but I feel like maybe in the future, if the theme park expands to a crazy exponential level, they might use that as overflow parking. That might be unlikely, but it's just a thought since they are building another structure. I always thought it would be cool to have a second gate into the theme park, so you could somehow walk into the theme park from the lower lot instead of the upper lot. I don't know how they could pull that off. I mean, in the future, if they could somehow find a way to expand Super Nintendo World, they could expand behind those sound stages back there, like stage 11, and everything behind that could be cleared off, and they could build another parking structure there. I'm not too sure about the logistics in doing that. I know it's a long and hard process, but the option is always there, right? Just made it into the Universal store just to see if they brought in any new Horror Nights merchandise. Now that the event has started, they should have everything by now. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like we do have a few new things. We have a Hellfire Club wallet. Yeah, this is a wallet, right? Yeah, that's a wallet. They have some stickers. They have patches and some jewelry. It's crazy how they went all in on Hellfire Club. But they also have this really interesting sign. I'm not sure what the motive is there. Is Hellfire Club a big thing? Because even I watched Stranger Things, and this was really small in the show. I mean, it might be something big outside of the show. But yeah, they have blankets, shirts. They even have like little D&D rollers so you could roll your die on, which is something I have to get for my cousin because he plays D&D. Some backpacks as well. I'm keeping an eye out for anything that's new. Oh, this shouldn't be here. I'll put that back in its appropriate spot. All right, there we go. I mean, it's kind of the same stuff. They do have a few new things here and there. Like they have a headband right there. They have a Vecna tote bag. I have to say, when I was in Florida, I stacked up on a lot of their t-shirts because they have a lot of things that we don't have. They have Scare Zone t-shirts. They have original Haunted House t-shirts. I guess we have that with Holidays in Hell back here. Oh, did they sell out? Oh, they might have sold out. Never mind, they didn't, but here's that t-shirt. And then they also brought in 2 new coasters, which are cool. This is actually awesome. It's coasters that say Holidays in Hell and also have USH Pass member on the bottom. But I don't know if I would want to open this because look at the graphic in the back. It's really cool. So they also brought in these coasters we saw in the Orlando Tribute store over here. Very spooky. $6. Also, these new keychains for The Exorcist. I'm not sure what these snakes have to do with anything, but they're around the 2 girls. I haven't seen the movie yet. It hasn't come out, so we'll have to find out a little later. And they're selling this massive, I don't know what this is, 3 paper folder set. And there's, what, sticky notes, notepads for $30. Oh, actually, that's surprising. I didn't think this would be $30. But yeah, they have a folder, notebook, sticky pen, sticky paper set for $30, and it's massive. This is great if you're going back into school. Ooh, this is a t-shirt we saw in Orlando, but it's a little different. They have The Last of Us, Stranger Things, Exorcist, Chucky, Holidays, Unmasked, Terror Tram, Monstros, and what are they missing? They're missing Evil Dead. Oh, interesting. But yeah, this is obviously different than the one in Orlando. First of all, it says Orlando in Orlando, and then they have a different set of haunted houses. Now, the one thing I wish is if they had this t-shirt, but with this color scheme. That'd be amazing. But I really like this t-shirt as well. I've been totally forgetting to pick up the annual pass magnets, but you have only like 2 days to pick up the Princess Peach magnet because on the 16th it switches over to Luigi. And I'm excited to get that one. I'm probably just gonna give this to my sister here. But you can only pick this up at the Universal Studio Store, either on the character side or the studio side. Both have it. But remember, it's only while supplies last. I feel like this vlog has been backwards. I did the lower lot first. Usually that's what I do last, and I'm looking at the wait times now last when I usually do that first. But here's a look at how busy it is today. It's not horrible at all. Longest wait time in the park is 60 minutes for pets. Makes sense. The capacity on that ride is super low. Moves very, very slow. But everything else is on average a 35 minute wait. Very surprising to see Simpsons posted at a 25-minute wait. Oh, interesting. They have a lot of Horror Night stuff here. We'll take a look in a second. A lot of these ice cream options are sold out. But look, they have the 22-inch hot dog, once again, with black bean chili. And then it also has white mozzarella and sour cream on top. And I like the background they have. They also have Dracula's cupcake, which looks like a chocolate cupcake with black frosting and some fangs. And I think that's it in terms of Horror Night offerings. Looks like they have the mini Oreo flavored churros available. $6.49 though. Ah, very interesting. They leave the plaza closed in the daytime now. Huh. I mean, I guess there is really no reason on having it open. But, yeah, interesting. I really like the Blumhouse Behind the Screams little show that they have over here. A lot of people have been giving mixed reviews about it, but the way I see it is it's an additional experience. It's something we've never really had. So I can't really say it's bad, but I do like it. I don't think there's anything bad about it. I think it's really cool that you can come face to face with some of the props used in all these Blumhouse movies. They have things from Megan. They also have Black Phone, Happy Death Day, Purge, Five Nights at Freddy's, Exorcist, Megan. Just a bunch of things a part of this small experience. You just kind of have to walk around. I know it gets a little crowded in there. But another thing that they that I really liked about it is they have the grabber in multiple spots. They have the grabber out here holding balloons. They have the grabber throughout the queue. So I thought that was really cool too. So I can't really say anything negative about it because it's more of an addition than something that really hinders your experience. It adds to your experience, if anything. Also, they added some unexpected experiences over here in the Wizarding World, which really surprised me. Where last year we had the Death Eaters, of course, and they had them just wandering around. They had them casting little spells. But this year they added more to the Death Eaters. Well, if you pay attention and if you stick around, which I highly recommend doing if you do have time or if you're a frequent Fear pass holder, if you stick around this area, you'll see the Death Eaters doing 2 new spells, or cast 2 new spells. For one, they cast this insane fire spell behind this arch over here. And the second thing is they control the lights around this area. They'll cast a small spell and the lights flicker and turn off and then turn back on. And I thought that was really cool. Another thing, they added more fog. There's a bunch of people sitting on the props over there. That's why I keep saying add barricades around the Horror Night props, because people love to sit on the Horror Night props for whatever reason. But they added a lot more fog inside of the Wizarding World. As you walk through this area, you're just surrounded by fog and spooky ambiance, and I love it here. Oh wow, look at the coaster update from this angle here. It looks like they're making little holes in the ground. They do have some flags, so they might be doing some geo surveys around this mountain. Just so crazy to see all of this come together. I'm excited to see what this looks like in just a few years or even a few months from now. Things are moving so fast, and I'm just impressed. But that will ultimately wrap up our update here at Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. I'm JP, and how they seen the movies. That's a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one.